Welcome, my crafty friends, to Donna Creations and More. Now, to get on to another creation that I had to do out of a funnel. So, I have this car funnel from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take my regular old scissors, but I decided not to destroy them. They do cut it, but there's a brand new. And they're by Frisco, so I didn't want to dull them. So, I'm just taking my kitchen shears here and cutting it in half and cutting off the handle. Now, yes, I have this video. Here I took some wire cutters because that was a little thick. And then this was funny. I didn't realize this part comes off. So I'm like, how the heck am I going to cut this through this funnel and this? So I'm sitting here trying to cut it. And then I decided to try to pull it, and voila, it comes off. Because I saw it move. I was like, what? So anyhow, be very careful when you do this, but you can cut them in half. Mine did crack a little bit in one spot, but we're covering up. Who cares? No one even knows it's a funnel but you and I. Now this side was a little bit tougher because of all the, the little ridges and all where the tube was on. And then that part, and then it went flying. Oh, goodness gracious. So be prepared for that. If you don't hold on to it, it's going to go flying. And this is where the handle was. So you're going to need some wire cutters because that piece is a little thick. But as you see, I got it. Voila! I got it apart. Now we have two pieces out of one funnel. And everything I use in this video from Amazon, I will list in my description box. So here I have some silver foil paper that I got from Amazon. And this is like a contact paper. And I realized I had some scraps on there, which perfect because it's going to fit. But it's not super tacky like contact paper. I'll let you guys know that now. It might be the company, I don't know. It still works. Then I discover a really neat technique at the end. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to add this paper. That way it will cover up the top and the bottom, considering it tapers down to different sizes. So I'm just cutting my paper down so I can work with it. I'm going to fold it the opposite direction so it doesn't keep rolling up on me. And then add it to it. Now, as I was saying, yes, I had this on another video, but it was super fast forward because it was in a collab. And I wanted to add it in separately so you guys can see step by step, because that's how I like to do my videos. And explain each thing that I'm doing. So first I'm just adding it on like this. And I like how the very center is flush. And I was trying to press it around, and you saw that ridge on the very top of the funnel. Well, we don't want all that. Maybe that's why this didn't stick that well either, because it's not all in contact. So I have it lined up, and I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off around the edge of the funnel on the bottom. Now leave overhang on the very top and the bottom so you have enough material. I would say, to be safe, 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it around that edge, and I'm going to squeeze the paper together along that edge to make a crisp line. Because you see the funnel is irregular shape, and I don't want that showing. Yes, this ain't going to look great on the inside, but who cares? No one sees the inside. If you find a perfectly straight funnel, then it'll be a lot easier, but this is all I had on hand. I did go to Dollar Tree, and they did have other funnels, but they were not this big. So I'm going to take some masking tape to hold that in place, since it's not that sticky. And because I didn't press it against the funnel on the front, on the inside, because I don't want the funnel detail to show. So now we're just going to cut off the excess off the top. And you just follow along the edge of your funnel. It doesn't matter if you go too short, because we're going to hide all the edges anyhow. We're going to make this super glam, super beautiful. And here's what we have so far. Now, I'll let you guys know, I use a lot of hot glue, because I want to fill it in. And I want it to stay together. And I did have a little issue, because hot glue and foil, which I use aluminum foil later, non-stick, did not work out. So we have our one funnel covered. Now we have to do the same thing for the second one. Roll our paper back. That way it's curved in the opposite direction. Just peel the backing off and attach it. And you guys continue watching this, because I just explained it. And while you're doing that, I'd like to say welcome back to all my subscribers. And that you guys know, I really appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for joining me on this wonderful journey. I'm having a wonderful time. And thank you for the ones who stuck stuck with me from the very beginning, because I had no clue what I was doing. I'm still learning. Now I'm on the next milestone. Now I gotta learn that. It's a whole new learning curve, but I have a great support system from all my fellow YouTube friends that do videos too. We have an excellent support group, so it really helps out. The only thing I wish I would have known was I had 1 year to get all my hours, because I missed a lot, like half a year last year when I first started, due to many injuries, many surgeries, illnesses, COVID, you name it. If you all follow me, you know that already. I'm like an open book, more or less. So we're just repeating the whole process. And if you're new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. I'm really trying to get my channel to 1K. It's free. It costs you nothing at all. Now, when I started YouTube, I thought it cost money to subscribe. No, it costs money for subscriptions through a channel, which I'm learning about now, for special perks. But that's your choice. YouTube is free. So hit that subscribe button and follow me on this wonderful journey. Check out my other videos. And stick with me, because all a bunch of new stuff is coming along. And those that do want subscriptions, my last video with Glam wall art, please watch that video and give me your opinion, what you would like to see and me offer to this channel, and for my lovely crafty friends that I appreciate and love you guys all so much. And I couldn't do this without you, that's for sure. But I do want to make this an income one day. And I know it ain't going to be much, but you know what? It's something. Because I'm on disability, and that don't pay crap, as anybody who's on disability knows. I get paid chump change, can't afford to live. But anyhow, please consider subscribing. When we do get to 1K, even though I don't have a lot of money, we are doing a giveaway. And I'm going to do an Amazon card, and it's going gift card, and it is going to be in a live premiere video. A live video. And I've been thinking for my 100K, I do fake bakes too. Here I'm filling in with glue, because there's gaps. Let me just tell you that real quick. I'm filling it with glue because there's gaps, and I want to be able to seal that paper best as I can to the funnel. Anyhow, I do fake bakes too. I do a lot of different crafts, so you really gotta check it out. Any craft is bad, I do. Bringing resin and jewelry and all to my channel this year. Blah blah blah, you know. Anyhow, so now let's lost track what I was saying. Oh my goodness. That quick. I just forgot what I was talking about. Oh, my fake bakes. Oh my goodness, you guys. I hate when that happens. Anyhow, I've never did a fake bake cake. I have all the supplies for it. Everything. And I think it'd be great to do a 100K cake. That way I will have it in my craft room forever and remember this moment for the rest of my life. Wow, I really cannot stand when you're talking and you totally go blank what the heck you were talking about. Wasn't that... Anybody ever have that happen? Whew. again, I use a lot of hot glue on this DIY. I really want to secure, I really want to stay together. I'm going along the edges also of the so-called contact paper, but just to make sure it stays secure. Now I'm just going to take some scrap cardboard, some trash, and make some backings. And I'm just taking a knife and going along the edge. Cut them out, and we're going to make two. Now, when I did this, here I am making sure I have the right height and marking where the funnel goes to the top on each corner. When I did this, I was thinking that, I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. To be totally honest, I was thinking if the lights were like inside, it would reflect, blah blah blah, but I ended up only putting them on the outside of my flowers. But if you add a lot of flowers, do this step. Flowers, oh my gosh, let's try this again. If you add a lot of lights, do the next step. And here I'm taking aluminum foil that will reflect the light. If you're not, skip this. Unless it's going to bother you what it looks like, but I'm letting you know now. I use non-stick foil. Yes, I get that from Amazon too, and it gave me problems. The glue didn't want to stick. So I'm just going to cover these two pieces of cardboard with my handy dandy aluminum foil. And just wrap it like you would do a present. Get all your edges nice and crisp. If it's too long, just fold it in. You can cut it off. See here, I just folded in my corner, just pressed it down. Then I decided, too bulky, I'm gonna just cut it off. And that would be the inside. And then this is where I take hot glue and glue it all in place. Now here's one thing also I learned. Where you're gonna put your little twine hanger, do not have aluminum foil there. Glue your twine directly to the cardboard. I learned that from the same thing. That the hot glue does not stick to this non-stick foil. Do not use non-stick foil, you guys. Here I am taking a piece of twine. Just a scrap. I keep all my little scraps. I mean, look. Simple little hanger. This one is glued on the cardboard, but the second one wasn't. And guess what happened? Kaboom. Fell right off the wall. Luckily, nothing broke. Then I'm just going to glue this right onto the back. And you're going to need a lot of glue. Again, These two type of foil things don't work too great with hot glue. Or maybe it's just this non-stick foil. That's what gave me the most trouble. So I had to use a lot of hot glue to make this bag stay on. But so far, not too bad. Playing us out, you guys, as we go. If you all follow me, you know that. For just our imagination, we had to use a funnel. And I had no clue what I was going to do. People were doing, you could do planters with funnels, which is a cute idea. Especially if you can find some little antique one. Because it has a drain hole. I was actually going to make a wind chime. And I am still going to do that in another DIY video. But I'm going to do that with resin. See, now here's where I got the foil too long. And this is the one where I ended up gluing the twine to the aluminum foil and not to the cardboard, and it came off. So do not glue your twine to the foil, glue it to your cardboard. If you have to, just cut a little curved part out of there. I'm thinking in my mind, it does reflect some light. Because not all my lights go down, Not all my lights are on the outside. Some go along the edge of my flowers. So here I am, not finished. I definitely gotta do the back. It would bother me. You don't have to. But it doesn't look complete and finished. Now the inside, yes, I gotta deal with. But this I can fix. And yes, even though I put this on, yes, it still fell off. The twine did. So again, glue it to your cardboard, you guys. Learn from my mistakes. So yes, I had to cover the back to match the front. I don't recommend putting the back on, then trying to cover the whole thing. That's not going to make it look even with the shape of the funnel and all the ridges. I do recommend doing it the way I did it. And yeah, I like to cut corners, that's for sure. I also want things done right. And I think about if, how to clean it. Everything. We all have to clean our house. We all have to clean our crystals. Now I'm going to glue these two together. Again. On the second one. And again, I'm going to tell you. I had to use a lot of glue. To fill in the gaps. To really make it stick and stay. You're going to see, as it keeps going on and on, I'm using a lot of glue. Because you see how my paper sticks outward on top. Because the funnel goes all funky. But I got that nice curve. Perfect curve. Now, I do recommend adding some E6000 if you have any to your backing. So here I'm going to take some of my mirror tiles that I have and add these to the very bottom of my funnel. Again, I want that curve, so I'm not going completely with the design of the funnel. There's a gap down the very bottom because remember it tapers off. So I'm going to keep filling that in with hot glue as it cools to build that area up. And here I'm just cutting off the extra tiles. Now remember this is mirror, so you gotta fold it. They are super sticky. And I did make one go towards the back. These were the small tiles, so I did 2 rows. I'm just trying to get it straight best as I can by looking at it. So you do the same. And I still noticed it's a little off, but I did the best I could here. Remember, we're dealing with a funky looking object. See how we have a gap? And so we're just going to add more glue inside to try to fill in that gap. Build it up. There might not be nothing there to hold it, but there will be when we're done. And here I'm just using a toothpick to help me make sure my mirror tiles are in place in a nice curve. So I didn't get burned by the hot glue. And I'm not concerned if the back turned out a little messy either. Now I have some more of the mirror tiles. I had them. The first ones I used was scraps from leftover DIY. Here I have a brand new sheet. And you can cut them with your little detail scissors. But it's best to use a razor blade. And just fold them and cut them from the back. But you can do it with your scissors that you see I'm doing in here. Just make sure you keep it folded enough so you don't chip your mirrors. And I did have a little bit of issue once I was towards the middle. But it is best, and I recommend using your X-Acto knife, razor blade, whatever you have. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Add this on in a nice curve. It's just the very top is touching the foil that we put on there, the foil paper, contact paper. Again, try to put on straight as you can. You really don't have nothing to use to go with. Because remember when we cut the paper, it was concave. So hot glue your little sides and fill it in again with your hot glue. Let's fill in that gap. If you have to, do your adjustments now, because once that glue dries, you're stuck with it. And I'm going back in again with the hot glue to fill it in. Since we already did it once, but we have to wait for it to cool, do it again, because we got to keep building it up. I was going to hot glue that one, but it's still too warm. So let's move on. I have a bunch of different adhesive ribbons I got from Amazon. Now I'm just trying to figure out the look and style I want. This was like a diamond shaped one with, like, it was like, it's diamonds like mirrors, and then little diamond rhinestones, and then this is crushed diamonds, I call it, on a ribbon. It's super sticky. And then I have regular old diamond wrap, bling wrap from dollar store. Maybe, I don't know. They sell it in dollar store. But still trying to figure out how I want to do this because I don't want the black showing. Yes, my kitchen is in Glam and it's in black and the silver colors, but I still don't want that black showing. And this is actually going in my hallway because I really need something in my hallway. So I'm going to take the bling wrap and I'm just trying to figure out what size I need because I want to be able to tuck it under and push it up so you don't see that black. So I'm estimating best as I can this moment. If I waste a little bit, I can just cut it off. So I'm just adding some hot glue to it to hold it in place. I'm going to cut the extra off, give myself plenty in case I need it. This stuff is cheap. I don't care about wasting it. I'm sure I can always use my scraps later on. I just save a little... Actually, I save a gravy jar that I recycle and throw all my scraps in. Again, we want to keep that nice and straight into a perfect curve. We do not want to follow the funnel. We are shaping this as we go. So here's a handy dandy toothpick to push it out against the mirror. We're making a faux shape. Again, no one's going to notice the funnel when we're done. This is our little secret, so shh. Just like no one knows that my light on my ceiling is made from a plunger. Which I love my chandelier. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Or actually, I'll put it in the description box. I'm pretty impressed with that. I love that thing. super glam, super beautiful. Somebody would pay hundreds of dollars for something that looks like that. Again, we're just repeating it on this, on the second one. Making sure we have a nice curve. And I have too much on that one. Simple. Just cut it off. And I'm filling it in more with glue. This is the one I didn't fill in the second time. Remember, because it was still hot. We're just adding more glue. We're building it up. We're making our own faux edge out of hot glue. You're going to want to let that cool. Now we'll take another piece of the diamond bling wrap, because the funnel goes down into another curve, and we are going to go with the design of the funnel. So we have two different size curves, one that sticks out and then one that goes in. And that gives it a nice little detail, as you see here. And it'll also have it tapering down like a wall sconce will have. Now, if you don't want to waste the money on all this contact paper, blah, just do it with aluminum foil, or just spray paint it silver, or just paint it silver. It's up to you guys. I'm just showing you how I did it. And how I turned a funnel, one funnel, into two wall sconces that nobody would know that is a funnel. Again, our secret, you guys. Shh. We can't tell nobody. It's funny. I took a picture of this and I sent it to my mom. And I was like, what do you think this is made out of? And, dummy me, totally forgot. I told her that I had to do a video with something made out of a funnel. And she knew. Actually, we had to use a funnel. We had to use, I don't know if I can remember it all. Aluminum foil, a funnel, oh, and napkins. So my next video uploading will be with the napkins. And I'm incorporating my parrots. Yay! You're going to see live birds. So here I'm taking that crushed, I call it crushed diamond. It's a bunch of little diamonds you need, like you put on your nails, on some sticky back. And I add that to the very bottom. And then I'm going to cover it on the second layer around the sconce here. Yes, I know we put bling wrap. We're covering up that bling wrap. Again, that bling wrap purpose was in case anything was showing the black. Just more glam, you guys. In my book, the more bling, the better it is. And the prettier it is. And yes, I keep saying in my book. In my mind. In my mind. Now I'm being silly. Anyhow, here's what it looks like. Loving it so far. Guess I didn't have it on straight enough. So I'm just going to fix that. I know you guys can't see. That's my one problem when I'm recording. Is that I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. And then I end up putting things on crooked. Oh, here I go. My back's killing me now. I'm leaning down. I couldn't wait till I get this done. It took me several days. Just make it super sure it's super secure in the back. Using my little toothpick because I'm in my kitchen and I don't have my little finger things. Finger protectors, you know, them little finger protectors from Dollar Tree. Which I highly recommend them too. Now this has little diamond mirrors with little diamond rhinestones. And the other one, oh, went in a pattern with, they were mirrored too with rhinestone. That matched my stuff that I have in my kitchen that I did a flower box. So if you want to check out how I made some Dollar Tree signs into this gorgeous Glam flower box, it's listed underneath my videos. I made two different ones because they come in two different sizes. And I used two different types of materials. Super easy. I made some, in my book, some pretty darn genius ideas with some Dollar Tree stuff. So, we have Dollar Tree signs, made these gorgeous planters for my fake flowers, a window box I use in my window. A plunger that I turned into a beautiful chandelier. And now, this funnel into some beautiful wall sconces. And again, we're adding that on, keeping that same curve. You want to keep that same curve. And just fill it in with glue. You know, hot glue is cheap, you guys. Especially if you buy it bulk on Amazon. I get the big old box for 20 bucks. I still have the same box that's gonna last me over a year already, and I haven't even went through half the box yet. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. Add our bling wrap. Cover up that black. Now again, if you painted this all silver, you might not have to do this step. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not 100% sure of how well this would all stay stuck to your funnel. Because paint peels off of plastic. Again, if you don't have your finger protectors, just use a handy dandy little toothpick so you don't burn your fingers. And again, I'm not too concerned how perfect the back looks. My concern is the front. See, I set it down too soon, and that very corner pushed in, because remember, it tapers down. So be careful. Add as much glue as you need to make sure everything's going to stay together. Can't add too much hot glue. So I counted how many I used on the first one, and I'm just counting. I think it was like 7. That way I to do the second one. Then I'm just adding that same old crushed diamond sticker ribbon that I got off of Amazon onto the bottom. Gosh, I have a lot of videos to do. I'm behind, all because of a bunch of stuff going on in my life. And I have to get these uploaded and done. Because I need storage space on my camera. I want to do... I want to redo the third DIY, which was the napkins. And I want to incorporate probably 2 of my parrots, my Amazon and my macaw. I want to do another craft room DIY makeover. I have some video on where I'm at now. And I got some great recycling ideas that popped in my head. I have a video that's due, actually 2 of them. They're like Mother's Day and summer. I don't know what I've written down. I wrote Mother's Day, summer, and then everything crafting summer DIY. I don't know. I'm going to squeeze in everything I can and get done what I can. But right now I have to get these 2 up. And I'm probably going to get my craft room organization up. Definitely. That'll help me find some other things. And hopefully I can get to a summer one. To me, summer is beach, lemonade. I have a great new lemonade one. Oh, that's going to have to be done Friday because I'm doing it in my dehydrator. That's another thing I gotta do tonight. I gotta slice my lemon and limes and oranges and put it in my dehydrator overnight. If you don't have a dehydrator, you can use your oven on low. Again, we're just repeating the process. I'm filling you guys in on what's coming up. I'm trying my best. There's a lot going on. Like, I could really use some prayers. Some really horrible stuff. Just thank God them people are still alive. I would have been devastated if they weren't right now. I don't even want to talk about it. And plus, I have my own personal problems going on. Again, just keep working with it, making sure you got everything straight. Fill in what you can with glue. Glue it very good. This is the one I messed up on. I know I did. I got everything straight and my mirror tiles were off. But they're so glued down, there is no fixing them. But no one knows that again but you and I, unless someone's going to stare at my wall in the hallway, which I don't think that's ever going to happen. I also do have in my hallway a beautiful over-the-mirror wall sconce. It's huge. Made out of some trays from Dollar Tree. That is super pretty. With lights and lights all around my mirror. That's another video you can check out. One of these days I'm going to have to do, when I get things done, because I'm still working on my kitchen, I'm going to have to give you guys like my little glam tour of all my DIYs I've done and have them out. Like I've did 2 table decor ones. I don't have on video, but I redid my bread box. I did, which I haven't found one. If I find one, I will do it on video. Utensil holder. I even glammed out my god darn knife holder, you guys. Yes. And then I have another video I just did over top my stove. Oh, I'm loving that one. Someone said to me in a comment, like, oh, that's going to be great filled with grease. And I'm thinking to myself, how the heck is it going to get filled with grease? One, it's super high off my stove. 2, I don't cook with grease. And 3, you must be a very messy cooker. I don't know. So I got the bottoms done on these 2 now. I'm loving the way it looks. That comment I didn't even reply back to. Because the new stoves aren't like the old stoves where you got this little teeny section. With just these little knobs. The back is higher on the new stove. I don't have one splash on them right now. And I've had them up for, I don't know what, a month? Then I did some glam drawers that I made out of them pop-up storage cubes. Because I had no drawers in this cabinet the old homeowners left. And it looked terrible. We would throw mail there and whatever, kitchen gadgets, whatever, and it just looked junky. And I found these pop-up boxes that fit in perfect. I do have a video on that. And I made 4 beautiful, sturdy drawers that are working out great. Which I'm still not done with that cabinet. There's more to come to that one. I'm not done that. And I'm not done my backsplash. Here I'm just trying to decide what I'm doing next. I do have these brooches that I am going to add to it. And I got, of course, that crushed diamond, these little mirror tiles. But I'm thinking, nah, they're not going to look right because they're too little. Now that did look pretty good. But you want to go that route with the crushed diamond? I say so. Good God, if you all follow me, you know I can't make up my mind. So here I have some bigger tiles. Now when I did my window box in my kitchen, my painter box, I used all these materials. And now these tiles are bigger, so you're going to need something sharp. And I'm just using my handy dandy ninja knife. So you can use a knife too instead of a razor blade. So I'm just cutting a couple rows because I don't know how many I'm going to need. Just so I have enough. Just make sure you don't pull them apart. And just pull the backing off and then add it to the top of your sconce. But make sure it goes above the edge. So you don't see any of the black edge at all. Here we are hiding all that. And we want to go on that same curve. So be careful. Just have the one edge down. Don't press it like on the top. You want to keep the bottom downward. And watch your middle. In the very front. And that strip wasn't long enough, so I had to add more. Again, there's going to be a gap underneath. Remember, this funnel tapers down. But we want to try to keep them mirror tiles level as possible around the edge. That's what we've been doing on this whole process. And again, I'm trying to check it out myself up close and personal here so I can see. Then you're going to take your hot glue and you're going to start filling that in the way we did the bottom. We want them mirror tiles to stay right there. And we want to fill in that space. Because remember, a lot of this is dummied. So there's not much to stick to. I don't remember what I did there. I think I put glue down first. And I was peeling it back off the top. So again, we're going to take our strip. Start at our edge. Make sure one goes towards the back. And we're going to make a nice cohesive curved part. Now you see me pressing, but be careful not to press it diagonal where it's going downward. And I really did not like that this piece was not that long and was separated right there in the very center of the front. I was having trouble getting it to look right. And again, just bring it around to the back. Sorry it's taking me long. It's like, my back is like done. It's killing me. I can't stand long. I have sciatica really bad. On top of, geez, I broke my ankle, broke my foot, you name it. So see how I have a decent curve? And I was having it looks a little wonky where I combined them, but it's not super noticeable. So do not separate your mirror tiles if you don't have to. That's just some excess glue I wanted to get off. That leaked out. You turn them upside down like I'm doing. Make sure you press only at the very tip of the funnel. Again, so you don't make your mirror tiles go slanted downward. We want that nice concave curve, faux curve that we're making. And your handy dandy toothpick for any adjustments. Look, there's the back coming off. Why? Because of that non-stick foil. I did have to put E6000 on this. And I was going to put tape on it. And I'm like, oh, that's going to look so tacky. Can't remember. We'll see. I think I might have added some tape on the inside. But I did go back and add some E6000 on the inside. So if you have E6000, add that at this, when you add the back on. And you... So here I have these cute little ball crystals that I had off of Amazon. And I want to incorporate that on the very tip of these. To give her that extra little glam. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this and place them in here. And what it's going to look like. This I had a little bit of the edge showing. So I was just, you can, because it's a sticky rubber thing, you can move it. So I was moving it down some. And there you go. See, the back came up again. So I recommend hot glue, skip, E6000, skip, hot glue for your permanent and temporary hold. But I did a lot of hot glue, then went back and added E6000. This one I wasn't happy with, so I went and put an... Oh, because the black was showing a little bit on the edge, I put it too far up. So I put another layer of the crushed diamond on. Okay, so now we got our second layer on. There's my poor backing sitting there. Now I'm debating if I want to add something else to it. And I'm going to add some more of them same little diamonds. Don't quote me on this. I don't know if they're mirrored or diamonds. They look mirrored, but they could be just like diamonds shaped with the silver backing. I'm not 100% positive. I don't know, just decorative ribbing off Amazon. Get like 3 different styles. Love the little set. Yes, it might cost you some money to buy all your glam stuff, but it goes a long way. So I add a little bit on the bottom of that, very bottom of that sconce. So then we have the crushed diamonds, and then these pretty little mirrored diamonds, and crushed diamonds, and the mirrored, with the little rhinestone diamonds mixed in with it, and then the layer of mirrors. Now I didn't go a step further on top, and you'll see why. So here I'm going to take some fishing line. Another great little handy thing to keep. And thread it through my crystal ball here. And just make a knot. You guys, let me tell you, I don't know what videos are going to get up by tomorrow. You just have to wait and see. You know, I was trying to figure out how to do the fisherman knot. I don't know why. Again, I went blank. And I do know how to do it. I don't know. I think I was just... Back was killing me. I was tired. Done working with this thing already. But just make a basic old knot. I use fishing line for a lot of stuff. That's another good thing to keep around your house. I use it in the garden. Hold my plants up. You can't see it. And then we're just going to do the same thing with the second one. Just going to put it through a hole. These are real glass. And then here, as I forget trying to do fisherman knot, everything, we're just going to roll knot it. And I do it like 4 times. Trying to get stuff out of the way here, but I know that's distracting. Make sure you tape your end of your fishing line so it doesn't keep unraveling. So now we have our 2 crystal balls, our 2 brooches. Then we're going to take our crystal ball with our fishing line, and not that way. Thread it through the bottom. And you want to try to pull it tight as you can so it's flush up against your bottom. And I add a little bit of glue onto the string, the fishing line. And here's where I'm going to go grab some Scotch tape. You're going to want your Scotch tape to pull your string tight and hold it while it's drying. And you're going to have a little problem getting your hand there. But that will hold it in place while it dries. And plus, give it something else to hold it besides just hot glue. I forget what I did. I think I dropped this and the back fell off again. That's when I decided, after this video was done, to add my my E6000 onto it. And I probably wouldn't even had a problem if I didn't use non-stick foil. I'm not even sure. So we're going to do the same process. Thread it through the bottom. I have my tape ready now. I was having trouble finding my string. Pull your string tight. Now you got your tape in your hand. Tape it down. If you can. I think I ended up popping the back off again. I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, I did. It came loose. And then hot glue on your fishing line inside your funnel and let it dry. Yes, inside our funnel looks a mess, but no one knows, you guys. And no one knows that back is a little messy. But look how pretty the front looks. Look, here I am trying to get another piece of tape in there. And then we got these pretty little brooches. And actually, I just hot glued them on. You know, it must have been, now I'm thinking about it, it must be the non-stick foil. Because I have dropped these, my little hooks came undone off the wall. They were terrible. But I have dropped these, and the birches still stayed attached. So it's the foil, you guys. Here I have some crystals, and I do show you in the second part the crystals. But for the video I did before, I didn't show all that, and I just added them on. But I'm going to show you in a minute. But I do. You can use the metal piece to attach it if you like. I just used the plastic, and they didn't fall off either. So yes, it's the foil. And that actually keeps the mirror in place too. So this is like the second mirror from the edge, and this is a longer strand. It is 3 crystals with 2 of the rings and the little teardrop. So I do one on camera, and then I finish the other one off camera. And then I'll show you guys exactly what I used. And we'll finish decorating these. Because in the short video that I did not do the next step. So just count over from your center, your squares, and add it the same spot on the opposite side. And just put some hot glue underneath the mirror and attach your little, these are plastic. They're super cheap off of Amazon. Again, it'll be all in my description box. You can use my link. I am an Amazon associate, so I'll get really chump change. Just nothing really, but I do earn a little bit of something. But I'm liable to say that. It just lets Amazon know I sent you, more or less. So I got that one glued in, and make sure you hold them in place so it'll set. Now we're going to continue to the next step. I'm down in my craft room. Now these terrible hooks that I had, they're actually wire hangers for your Christmas lights. They didn't work too well, so we're going to use these dollar store hooks. So I have my 2 sconces here. And I'm actually just going to break them all. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I used for my crystals. I have this package that I bought off of Amazon of the teardrop crystals, and they come like this. Already, all tied together. A total of 30. And comes 10 tied together on each set. So I ended up taking the jump ring off the very first one. You don't have to. You can leave the jump ring going and glue it underneath. Depends how long you want yours. I took the jump ring off and just glued the little crystal underneath. And then I took one jump ring, no, two jump rings off in the octagon. So that way you have teardrop, two crystal octagons, teardrop, three crystal octagons. And then I added the two on the left and the two on the right. And then the third one with the three, I put on the left and right towards the back. That way the back one hung longer. And I did that the same on both of them. So I wanted to share with you guys exactly what I used. Again, 2 and 2. And then the third one. So I only used a total of 8 crystals. So now I have these little wine cork lights, the fairy lights that I got off of Amazon. Again, these go a long way. I use them in a lot of DIYs. If you don't have a crystal ball, you can add them on the bottom. If you want to, it would fit. But the switch would hang out. And you had to cover it up. But I don't recommend that way. Scarlet! Oh my gosh. Sorry, you guys. I don't know not what her problem is right now. So here I'm taking my heat gun just to get off all my little glue webs. Then I realized that it made the foil paper. You'll see in a minute. I realized that after I was continuing. It changes. It melts it. So be careful. But I actually like the look of it because it makes it go. It makes it have lines going vertical. Like, look, I just realized it. Can you see it? So then I added some more. I'm like, oh, that's really cool looking. Gives it two different textures. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do that some more. Make them match and looks pretty awesome looking. Look at that detail. Yeah, the heat gun made my one crystal fall off. I'll just hot glue that right back in. I apologize for the noise and on the background. Here's the one thing I hate about these fairy lights. They're all twisted. So once you get your fairy light untwisted, straighten out, These are white fairy lights. Why they end up looking not completely white and definitely not white in the final reveal, but they are. And I have another set there. So I have 2 strands. And I have different bunches of flowers here. And you'll see, I changed my mind. Things just aren't working out. I really didn't want to cut them in case I ever used them for something else. Or change my mind. You know how we change our mind, ladies? We're always changing our mind on, you know, changing our decor, changing our flowers. I didn't want to cut them in case I wanted to reuse them. But I have to make them fit in this funnel, and I have to make them blend in and look right. So just work with your flowers, pulling them apart, and then blending them together. Or if you decide to completely cut them, which I never did. Even later on, I do cut some off, but I never cut them individually. Here I grab some floral tape, and I'm just going to tape them two together so they'll stay. And I'm not doing it perfect. I'm just wrapping it around. It sticks to itself. I'm just trying to make, you know, adjust my flowers, etc. and give them the way I like them. Still wrestling with the bottom. Again, trying not to cut them. And I'm trying to adjust these not hanging on the wall, which makes it even harder. And trying to blend these 2 bouquets together. Now, I think I got these from Wish. Yeah, I did. Their flowers are pretty cheap, and you just see they're very pretty. Boy, that's looking a lot better now, isn't it? Just work with your flowers. Now this is the end of the switch. I did glue it in place, but it didn't stay. Why? Because it was that you guys know. Reynolds Wrap stuff. Foil. So just stick it in there. Right on top where you can reach it. And just work your lights around through your bunch of flowers. Make sure you get your ends, your edges first. And you work your way towards the top, and you can wrap them around a circle. And have your lights on so you see exactly where they're going. And then when you get near the end, you'll see I'll pick it up so I can add them where they are needed, because right now I have it laying down and I'm just wrapping it around. Because I don't want a lot of that wire showing. And remember, we did add the foil backing, so whatever lights do go down the side, that will reflect it. So I have this for the extra. And I'm just tucking that down and around up in the top. You are going to see some wire unless you really work with it and completely hide it. But I just keep tucking it down. And then have your little on-off switch, like I said, in the very front. Here I am, like, gluing the wire. Trying to get it to stay. Because, like, I don't want it... Like, I'm gluing the wire down now. Because I don't want my little switch to fall completely to the bottom. I want to be able to still, like, just reach in there and flip it on and off. And what if I have to replace the batteries? So there's number 1 done. We're going to do number 2. But I'm going to fast forward it, and then you'll see me cutting it and everything else. So we're going to do the same thing. Just repeating the same process. And I just wanted to fast forward because that just takes forever to figure out how to do these flowers. And this is the one I really had trouble with. And that's why I decided to cut the bottoms off. All the flowers. Because it just was not fitting in this one correctly, even though I had it bent and curved, and I tried using pliers. I did everything possible not to be able to cut these. They were just sticking up too far, and they weren't laying in there right. It was driving me crazy. Well, here I am grabbing pliers now. I'm like, come on, fit down in there right. It just wasn't. I mean, I got it some, but not the way I like it. So we're going to add these fairy lights in. Still wrestling with that bottom. You guys learn from all my mistakes here. Here we go. Got the bolt cutters out. Cutting them bottoms off. I am not cutting them individually. They're still bunched together. But they fit in there so much nicer. Look how that... All I had to do was cut the bottom. And same thing. Just wrap your fairy lights all around your little flowers. And then stay tuned for the final reveal. And I'll show you with the lights on, the lights off. And you're going to see my wall art that I did. That's in another video. You're going to see some mirrors that I did. It's not on a video, but if you would like it on a video, let me know and I will make them. And they are like flowers and birds on them mirrors. But here it is with the lights off. No, it's not blue. Why it looked blue, I don't know. Here's my lovely little lighted wall art. It looks so much better in person, you guys. Here's my mirrors that I did. So if you want to know how I did that with stencils and all, let me know and I can make a video. I'm like loving this because all I have was them 2 mirrors that I made hanging up there. And this completes the wall. Oh no, I'm going to do 2 more Glam butterflies. Different ones though than I did. And of course the lights are on. I'm loving it. Tell me what you think. Oh, here's a view of my flash on. I was trying to get all different angles and lights. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share.